Hi guys, and happy Sunday. Happy 11th anniversary on YouTube for Tink. Very exciting. That's why I wanted to come in and say hi to you today. And I had a great day out, and I hit two thrifts, and I found some really good things. The thrift gods were smiling on me today, so it was really fun. It was a beautiful day, and just really fun. And when I did get home, I hung out outside for a little while in the beautiful weather, and Vaji had one of his little frozen doggy treats, and you'll see him enjoying it right here. He really loves those things, and he eats almost the whole thing. You know, like this time he ate like half of it in one shot. So I put it here in the kitchen so that if he feels like having some more later, he can. I did find some great things today, and I'm going to share them. But first of all, I want to talk about Mr. Mitchell over here. Me and my mother did some research on him this morning when I went to her house, and it turns out that this jug is from the turn of the century. He dates about 1910, and Mitchell Company of Belfast Limited, Old Irish Whiskey, Mitchell's Old Irish Whiskey, was made only up until 1950. So this picture is from 1910. It's a Staffordshire piece made by a French company that made caricature mugs and pottery for Staffordshire, and he is worth $399. And you know me and vintage advertising pieces. I knew that he was valuable right away. I knew he was very old. I had no idea how old. I thought, my guess was 20s, but he's actually from 1910. And there's one, there's an antique merchant that sold one for $369. And then there's one right now on eBay for $399. But it has two cracks. It has a crack in the spout here, and it has a crack in the handle. And the entire spout here is chipped. So you can see it. You can look at it on eBay and see how damaged it is. Mine is perfect. Absolutely perfect. There's no chips. There's no cracks. It is perfect. So what is this guy worth? He's worth everything to me, because we call him Mr. Mitchell. That's what everybody called my grandfather, Mr. Mitchell. So very, very cool, and has meaning for me, so I dig it. I dig it a lot. And Carm said that his face, Mr. Mitchell's face, reminds him of Lady Elaine Fairchild, and as soon as he said it, I got it instantly, because she had the red nose, she had the red cheeks, she had the red chin. Her paint was very much like this. She was overly rouged, let's say. I think Mr. Mitchell is overly rouged because he had too much Old Irish whiskey, but that's what makes him so fabulous, so beautiful. So he is like a Toby jug, because I believe the French company that made these for Staffordshire made Toby style jugs. So here he is, beautiful and very, very valuable. I was so excited. I kind of started to wonder if this and the Guinness Leprechaun came from the same collection. And I got the Leprechaun at the end of March, a day off at the end of March. Remember, Friday, went there when the doors opened, and I found him. This time I went when the doors opened, and I found him months later. But you know how things get piled into the thrift, and they probably take whatever's in front first. Maybe when this advertising memorabilia came in, this Irish liquor advertising stuff came in, they put the leprechaun out, and maybe months later, weeks later, he was unearthed and they put him out. I just can't imagine that I would find two remarkable collectible pieces like that months apart, you know, and they're both Irish. I just have this feeling they're both from the same guy. So anyway, the first time in 2 weeks I have my nose ring back in because I've been suffering from extreme allergies. I mean, the allergies have been brutal this year, and I don't normally have allergy problems. We had so much rain that I think the mold or whatever the dampness is creating is something that irritated my sinuses to no end. If you remember last year when I cut all the bushes down and I raked all those old leaves out from in between them, I got a really bad sinus reaction. I didn't do anything really like that this year, but I think there's just something in the air that is making me sneeze and my nose tickle all the time, and it's just brutal. But today I feel very good. We've had 2 really dry days, so I was able to put my nose ring back in. My nose isn't tickling so bad today. We went up, I took my mother to Walmart to do the supply run, we call it, you know. And I ran into someone that I grew up with, and the mother of the person that I grew up with was my mother's best friend. And my mother doesn't get to see her that much anymore because she sold her house here in town and moved closer to her daughter. She bought a condo way out there by where we go to Walmart. So my mother was very, very happy to run into her friend. So they were blocking the aisles and shutting up a storm, and I was like, sorry to the people that couldn't get through, you know what I mean? But, you know, you can't put a price on old friendship and seeing old friends, you know. It doesn't matter to you that you're blocking the aisles, and it doesn't matter, you're in your own little world. And it was beautiful to see them together. Now this lady, my mother's best friend, was like 10 years older than my mother. So she's like an ancient little, she's having a hard, she has a hard time walking, and she's old, but it was good to see her because I don't know how often, you know, we'll get to see her anymore. And I was glad to see the girl I grew up with too, because we also don't get to see each other very much, and it was really, really fun. So that was kind of a bittersweet, beautiful little meeting. Very, very fun. So after the supply run, we went to 2 of the thrifts, the further away thrifts. I don't know, that I only get to go to on these certain occasions, and I found some great things. And the first thing I found was this awesome sign that says "Welcome to our cottage," and it's a beautiful metal sign, and I just thought it was so beautiful for the atomic universe, and I put it right here. So that's the only thing I hung up outside so far, because I wanted to show you everything in person this time and not just show you pictures of what I found. But that I wanted to hang because I knew that would look beautiful there, and I was right. I really liked it. Really loved it there. I also found a very cool thing. Now, you know, well, some of you know that I do collect funeral home memorabilia and advertising, and you know, a little bit of the morbid pieces, things like that. I did study mortuary science at one point in my life, so I'm very fascinated by it. And I found this. My mother actually found it, and she knew I would love it. She was like, this is for you. It's for Viola Memorial Home in Hoboken, New Jersey. It's a little advertising ashtray. Is that insane? When funeral homes had ashtrays. Advertising ashtrays yet, okay? That was really, really a fun score. So kudos to Mom for finding a really cool thing that she knew I would love. I found some more weld art. Check him out. He's beautiful. He's a moose. He's weld art. He's got the same kind of eyes as my little dog planter. He's awesome. And again, he's got 3 hooks, which to me, herb drying, it's the first thing I think of when I look at something like this. He weighs a lot, and his little face is on the front of a horseshoe, and it's just a beautiful thing. Look at his antlers. Isn't that a great, great piece? He was really cheap too. It was like $3.99. My thrift would have charged more for that, no doubt. I found this. This is so beautiful for the Atomic Universe. Live well, love much, laugh often. This is a beautiful little banner, and it's got the grapes. Just really, really cool. This is going either on the fence or the shed, but I do love this. Absolutely love it. I found this little guy. Oh my gosh. I'm going to call him the Kilted Goth because it reminds me of Trevor, only in that he's a Scotsman and he wears a kilt. Look at him. Look at him. The Kilted Goth. He is a bauble and he's wearing a kilt. He's got probably some kind of alcohol, but he could be holding a bottle of hot sauce for all we know. And he's got his little sporran over here. He's just beautiful. Little old bobblehead. Look at that. So he will forever be known as the Kilted Goth, and he has like a monocle on his eye or something. Really strange. Just absolutely love him. Look at that. You know I love baubles. This one is so cute. So, so cute. Alright. I found another hookah today. But this hookah came with an entire bag of accessories and everything you need to use the hookah immediately. So in this bag you have 2 boxes of charcoals, 2 boxes of sealed wrapped tobacco, of whatever flavored tobaccos. Let's see. If they're flavored. They probably are. But they're in Middle Eastern, so I can't read the flavors. I'll just have to taste them. And then the hose is in here. So, I mean, the whole thing, charcoals, tobacco, everything is here. So that was a really, really, really fun find. Could not believe it. It was all taped together like you know, like that, so that this wouldn't go astray from the actual water part. Very, very, very fun. Just a great thrift day, I think. I was thrilled. We went to Thatcher McGee's, which is a beautiful Irish pub that actually has a thatched roof. And the front of the building looks like Irish home fronts, like with different colored doors. It's absolutely a beautiful place. It has a beautiful bar. We ate in the bar on these big high booths. I had Eggs Benedict because it was early. I felt like having Eggs Benedict. Really, really fun day. In the dollar store, we found books. They always have great books over here in some of our dollar stores. And this one here is called Orphans of the Carnival. Okay? But as soon as I opened it and read 2 seconds of it, I was like, oh my god, I have to read this. It's about sideshow freaks. And it takes place in England. London had the best freaks, always had. The Egyptian Hall, the Promenade of Wonders, the Siamese twins, pinheads, midgets, cannibals, giants, living skeletons, the fat, the hairy, the legless, the armless, the noseless. London had seen it all. Is that going to be amazing or what? I cannot wait to read this. So awesome. When you find a story about sideshow freaks, so fun. So anyway, that was it. That was my scores for the day. I was very, very, very happy with my little kilted goth, my cottage sign, so many great things. Oh, I also have a beautiful fern, one more fern for the side over here, because my ferns in the back are doing amazingly well, I guess because of all the rain that we've had. I'm loving this Mitchell guy. Oh my God. I had no idea he was that valuable, but I was very, very happy. I knew he was old, but my guess was 20s, but he's actually 1910, turn of the century to 1910. They only made Mitchell whiskey until 1950, so. But very, very fun Sunday. The only downside to a beautiful Sunday is that the next day is Monday. And oh, that's the thing, when I was talking to my friend, the girl that I grew up with, she said she is starting next week part-time. She's going to go part-time 3 days a week and ease herself into retirement in a couple of years. And I was like, I wish. But what a great idea, right? As long as your company covers your insurance, why not? Oh God, I would love it. But anyway, one day we'll be retired, right? So anyway, guys, that's about it. I hope you're having a magical, mystical, musical weekend. First weekend of summer, and it was a beautiful weather weekend here. We had a little bit of crazy wind last night, but nothing too wild. And today it is beautiful and warm and still with low humidity. Really, really, really nice for the first weekend of summer. It makes me very happy. We have a whole week next week, and then the following week is 4th of July already. Wow, time is flying by. So anyway, guys, comment, subscribe, spread the love. And if you don't already have your Sideshow Tink t-shirt, I'll put links below. Tank tops, t-shirts. Show your support. I love you for it. I'll talk to you all very, very soon. Mwah. Happy June. Happy summer. It's been June for a while now.